My name is Thomas. This will be the story about what happened to me over the last few days. Have you ever wondered what would happen when bad decisions make you lose your mind? It turns out this is happening to me. If someone were to read this, they would probably think I'm crazy. Maybe I am. I'm not even sure where to start, and I certainly don't know how I'm gonna explain this to my wife, Zoe. But let's start where it all began. 3 days ago, after a long day at work. It was an exhausting day at work. I just came back from the town. The town is only a 15-minute drive from here. Anyway, apart from this, it appeared to be an ordinary evening. Zoe had gone on holidays a few days prior to that evening. That's why I was alone. Zoe and I usually go on holiday together. But this time it didn't work out, because Zoe went to Hawaii. It's been one of her dreams for a long time. Why didn't I go with her? The simple answer: I'm an anxious flyer. I've hated airplanes since that one flight. After that flight, I swore I would never fly again in my lifetime. Keep this in mind, because I'll come back to this. I'm happy I was able to convince her to go, even without me. That way she could experience it at least once. let me tell you something that makes this sleep paralysis even worse. I know this woman I just saw. No, it wasn't Zoe. It was Alice. Albeit a distorted and demonic version of her. Who is Alice? Well, you could say we've had a history together. 2 long years. I mentioned demonic Alice, but that's probably how you would view her too, if you saw her for what she really was. It's strange, because I've avoided thinking about her over the years, and now here she was again. The sleep paralysis would play an important role very soon. Not that I knew it at the time. Zoe and I bought this house about a year ago. You might wonder, why this place? Why so far from everything? Well, let's just say because both of us wanted to get away from it all. The city, the noise, everything. Just a quiet place for ourselves. It was an uneventful day at work, except I couldn't stop thinking about what happened the night before. At work, I talked to my colleague Jack about last night. He told me he has heard about this phenomenon. He said it's called sleep paralysis. It's a state where you cannot move because your mind thinks you're asleep when you're not actually asleep. I decided to research what happened to me after I got home. Maybe there was more information on the internet on how to prevent it. That day, I already had dinner in town and decided to do research as soon as I got home. I wanted to understand what happened. had none of the described underlying conditions. I usually sleep well and enough. I don't use any drugs or similar substitutes. Anxious and fearful maybe, but I don't have any mental conditions that I knew of. Maybe I was just unlucky. I was glad to have found some practical advice. Now I just had to remember to close my eyes if I have sleep paralysis again.